Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Coast Salish territory of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh. And also welcome to SFU. Welcome to this very special day. A very short prayer before we start. O Great Spirit, thank you for bringing us together today. Guide us in our words and our thoughts and our actions. Let us always remember that we are the leaders, the mentors of those who follow. And congratulations to all the students who are graduating, thanking everyone who has supported them. All the staff from SFU support people. Thank you very much for supporting the students, all my relations. Now I ask Chancellor Anne sorry. Giardini. Sorry.
Sometimes I don't get it right either. Thank you to Elder Margaret, a member of SFU's Aboriginal Elder Program, who shared her words of welcome for all of us here today. Let me start out by acknowledging the Coast Salish people on whose traditional territory we are privileged to be gathered this beautiful afternoon. I would like now to invite Ms. Annie Lee, a fourth-year student in the marketing program at the Beedie School of Business, to lead us all in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thanks, Annie. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Annie, and please be seated. I declare the Spring 2015 Convocation assembled for the granting of degrees. Mr. President, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty, honored guests, graduands, and friends, I am Anne Giardini, Chancellor of SFU, and we're delighted and honored to have you in attendance at Convocation. With us today are a number of distinguished guests on the platform and also in the audience. I'd like to acknowledge members of the Board of Governors of SFU, Bill Cunningham, our board chair, June Francis, and Elio Luongo. Ms. Miru Daliwala and Mr. Vikram Vij, who will be conferred an honorary doctorate of laws this afternoon. And as well, included on the platform are members of Senate, Vice Presidents, Dean, and faculty. Welcome all. I'm delighted to be able to participate in this, Simon Fraser University's most important ceremony, a time when we gather to celebrate achievement, your success, and the conferral of well-earned honors. This is your day, and I, along with many others, could not be prouder of you. There are many reasons to tackle and complete a university degree or certificate. For the facts and information, of course, your presence here today signifies that you have applied yourself to a challenging body of knowledge. And for the chance to interact with keen thinkers and to engage with other students. Another important and enduring reason is that a university education encourages and rewards curiosity and supplies you with what is often called a well-stocked mind. I'm not sure if anyone told you this on your first day of classes, but by now you will have discovered it for yourself. Your SFU professors love it when you earn an A, but at least as important as that is seeing the spark of genuine curiosity about something in the course topic and seeing your newfound curiosity lead you to being authentically engaged with a problem, a challenge, or an issue. Curiosity is among life's most rewarding attributes. The first reason is because if you're curious, you are seldom bored. Second, curiosity will lead you to form friendships and other bonds of great and enduring strength because you will be one of those people who are genuinely interested in others. And people love it when you are interested in them. So just try it now. Turn to the person next to you and say, "I am interested in you." Guaranteed, they like you better already. Another reason for be curious is that you are likely to find out and keep the kind of employment that engages your curious mind, and that is employment worth having. Curiosity also will make up for any other lack of ability. Even Albert Einstein was modest about his natural gifts, saying this, "I have no special talents, I am only passionately curious." Curiosity will make you a problem solver. Here's an example I found when, being curious, I Googled curiosity and problem solving on the internet. So imagine you have a tiny piece of chalk, smaller than a pea. So small that there's only enough chalk left to draw a line a couple of meters long. And your challenge is to use it to create a circle 50 meters across. And you will be faced with problems like this all your life. How to stretch a budget, for example, or how to make a tank of fuel last twice as long, or how to persuade a team of people to work collaboratively late into the evening, long past their going home time. It turns out that there are many ways to use a minute fragment of chalk to form an enormous circle. Somebody that thought about this came up with this solution. You could drop it into a pond with enough force that a ripple would form into a perfect circle of 50 meters. You could use it to mark out a circle in the sand, or you could make a dotted line for your circle, marking a dot every meter. And you, being naturally curious, can likely come up with many other solutions. One of the rewards of curiosity is a bit of a paradox. After a while, you will find that a course of inquiry doesn't take you down the road to that one single, simple, satisfying solution. Instead, it leads you to more questions to be curious about. As the eminently quotable Dorothy Parker said, "The cure for boredom is curiosity. There is no cure for curiosity." Convocation is a celebration that marks the successful end of a period of study. Your success, your end of your period of study. But it also marks a new beginning, opening the door to the next endeavor and the next after that. I will watch you and follow your achievements with interest and with pride and with unending curiosity. Congratulations to you all. Curiously, I left the podium too soon. I am going to turn this over. The president now. The president of our university. How about that? Professor Andrew Petter.
Curiouser and curiouser. Madam Chancellor, honored guests, members of the Board of Governors and Senate, faculty members, staff, but most especially graduates, family, and friends. It is my privilege to preside at this culminating celebration of your education at Simon Fraser University. Convocation is one of life's great milestones. It's a time to take stock of your hard work, to celebrate your accomplishments, and to look to the future with hope and optimism. It's also a time when your professors, your parents, and your friends can publicly rejoice in your success, even while perhaps privately breathing a sigh of relief. You did it. Was there ever any doubt? Convocation is as well a momentous occasion for SFU, particularly in this, our 50th year. As we prepare to celebrate half a century of education and achievement by faculty, staff, and most notably by 5 decades of SFU students, 3 thoughts come to mind. First, there is the inspiration that went into founding this university those many years ago. Second, there is the good judgment that you exercised, both in recognizing the importance of gaining a university education and then in choosing to come to this remarkable institution. And third, there is the extraordinary value that your university education will hold for you in the years to come, and the contribution that it will empower you to make to a world so much in need of your talents and your energies. Starting with the founding of SFU, in 1965, British Columbia was a prosperous province with a rich resource base. It wouldn't have been surprising in those circumstances if the leaders of the day had decided to rest on their laurels. But then Premier W.A.C. Bennett, SFU's first Chancellor Gordon Shrum, and a clutch of others recognized how quickly the world was changing and how heavily a modern economy and an increasingly complex society would depend upon a better educated populace. That insight led to the founding of SFU, an instant university that quickly became known as the Radical Campus, populated by an enthusiastic band of faculty and students who from the very beginning were not content to confine themselves to this mountaintop. It seems they were determined even then to lay the foundation for what we have since become Canada's most community-engaged research university. This is the institution that you chose, one where you could learn and hone high-value skills that include critical thinking, problem solving, communication, and an ability to work with others. It's also one where many of you have enjoyed co-op and other experiential learning opportunities, and where you've acquired and practiced research skills that will serve you well in today's ever-changing society. The value of a university education is no secret. Over 70% of new jobs today require a university degree, and that number is forecast to rise to almost 80% over the next 15 years. No wonder then that university graduates enjoy significantly lower unemployment rates and significantly higher incomes than those in any other category. The capacities and skills that you have gained here are precisely those that are needed to adapt and thrive in a labor market in which many of tomorrow's jobs don't exist today, and many of today's jobs won't exist tomorrow. Thanks to university education, you have what it takes to succeed. But there's a caveat. Good news frequently comes with a proviso, a condition that must be met before you can claim the prize. And here it is. Your well-being is connected to the well-being of those around you. Happiness is more than material success. and it's more than individual achievement, as important as that is. Rather, we know from moral philosophy, from human experience, and now from empirical research that our happiness depends upon having strong social relations, being connected to our community, and living in a society in which we care for one another. Remember that. Remember that success for the few translates into happiness only when it is tied to stability and well-being for the many. So as we send you into today's world, as you take your leave from being engaged students, I urge you to take up the challenge of being engaged citizens, committed to giving as good as you get, to serving, to volunteering, to voting, and to speaking up whenever and wherever you can contribute to building a better society. I hope you also remember us, that as you join a network of more than 130,000 SFU alumni, you will stay connected, and that you will continue to look to this university as a source of support and a place to gain additional knowledge and skills. In the meantime, bravo. You have labored hard to earn the degrees that you're about to receive, and it's an honor and a privilege for us to be able to recognize your achievements. So my best to you today, and good luck in what I hope will be a lifetime of success, of service, and yes, of happiness. Congratulations.
SFU's honorary degree is the highest honor conferred by the university. Honorary degrees are awarded to distinguished individuals in recognition of their scholarly, scientific, or artistic achievement, or in recognition of exceptional contribution to the public good through professional or philanthropic activity. Honorary degree recipients' achievements celebrate our university's values and serve as an inspiration and a role model to our students, graduates, and the wider community. The honorary degree will now be conferred. To present the honorary degree candidates, Ms. Maru Daliwala and Mr. Vikram Vij, I am pleased to welcome Dr. Peter Tingling. Dr. Tingling is an associate professor of management at the Beedie School of Business and a senator of this university. He is a recipient of the TD Canada Trust Teaching Award. Dr. Tingling.
Madam Chancellor, I'm delighted to present Vancouver culinary giants Maru Dalwala and Vikram Vij. Their remarkable partnership in business and in life has built their unique brand of Indian cuisine into a global sensation. Their award-winning restaurants dominate the West Coast restaurant scene, and as New York Times food critic Mark Bittman noted, their flagship, Vij's, is easily among the finest Indian restaurant in the world. Like the spices that bring life to their delectable dishes, Maru and Vikram are the perfect blend. Maru is the behind-the-scenes chef, creating and testing new recipes, running the kitchens, and forging relationships with local businesses. Vikram is the charismatic public presence, working the floor and dispensing Indian hospitality with a smile. The two of them also publish award-winning cookbooks, one of which earned the prestigious Cordon d'Or Gold Ribbon International Cookbook Award. And they produce a line of gourmet, prepackaged curries that reflect the subtle fusion and experimentation that brings Vij's Indian cuisine such acclaim. Grounded in a philosophy taken from Gandhi's teachings, Maru and Vikram's entrepreneurial endeavors are characterized by fairness, hard work, and a great love for what they do. While Vikram originally trained as a classical French chef, he rediscovered his roots and is passionate about introducing people to Indian cuisine and culture. Maru, on the other hand, is an accidental restaurateur whose chai tea, ginger, lemon, and coconut curry vegetables provided the menu foundation. In recognition of the opportunity that Canada provided to them as immigrants, both Vikram and Miru share a deep commitment to giving back to their community. They support sustainable food programs and strive to improve their restaurants' environmental footprint by sourcing locally and organically. They actively mentor young chefs, share their knowledge widely, support industry innovation, and fundraise for special community projects. They're also avid supporters of the local Indo-Canadian arts and cultural community, including the Vancouver International Bagra Celebration Society and the Indian Summer Festival. As exemplars of how immigrant entrepreneurship and culture enrich the fabric of Canadian society, Miru Dalwala and Vikram Vij stand tall. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of this university, I ask now that you confer upon Miru Dalwala and Vikram Vij the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Miru Dalwala and Vikram Vij, by virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Ms. Miru Dalwala and Mr. Vikram Vij will be hooded by Dr. Gordon Myers, Associate Vice President Academic, and Dr. Mark Walker, Registrar and Executive Director of Student Enrollment.
Congratulations. Are you going to sign the book?
It is with great pleasure that I now call on Dr. Miru Dalwala and Dr. Vikram Vij for their convocation address.
Okay, the most important thing about getting this degree is that I've been so excited about coming and talking to all of you graduates because you guys are my future, and for 4 minutes I get to tell you what I want you to do. So, in 1991, I graduated with my master's degree in economic development, and in about September of that year, I decided to go to India and to work with not an international, but a women's nonprofit organization on various women's issues happening in the state of Gujarat. And so I went to India on my mom and dad's bill, I must say, because a part of me was kind of scared that I'm not going to get a real job back home in America. I show up in India full of that hope, that self-hope, that self-ambition that you have as a recent graduate, and you just think that, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change the world because, well, I'm a recent graduate. And so I get to the state, I get to Gujarat, and my very first assignment is to work on a study with women who work in the informal sector of the economy. Back then in 1991, 95% of women working in India worked illegally in the informal sector. And my job was to work on a study for a potential grant for a pilot for a group health insurance program. So I had to go and interview as many women as I could find and say, would you contribute some of your hard-earned money into a pot for health insurance for your families? If I got the right answers, if I wrote the right study, hopefully the pilot would be approved and we would get a grant. And so I met a woman. Her name was Gomi. Gomi Ben was her name, and her husband's name was Virubhai. And Gomi Ben is the one who took me around. Gomi was a street recycler. She was a vegetable vendor. She was unemployed. She worked. She was a housemaid. Whatever odd jobs she could get, she took. And the first time I met her, she just had this very big dimpled smile, and she took me around. And the question that we asked was, would you be willing to pay even $1 a month for health insurance for your family? And about 80 to 85% of the answer that we got from the mothers was, we will not pay for our daughters. We will pay group health insurance for our sons, but not for our daughters. Now, I'm from America. I'm a pampered daughter, and I'm in a state of shock. This does not fit in with my vision of how the world is supposed to work for me. I'm appalled. And Gomi is smiling away, and she says, calm down, sister. In Hindi, she's telling me, calm down. And we continue the conversation. And it turns out that it's not that the women don't love their daughters. I mean, these women they were daughters themselves. These women did not feel that they would get the right return on their investment if they invested in their daughters. So we're talking 1991. So I've become very close to Gomi and her husband, and we're in the slums where they live. I'm having dinner with them, and I'm like, God darn it. The studies I can't write down that women don't want to invest in their daughters. The pilot's not going to go through, the grant's not going to come through. And her husband just looks at me at this point, and he has disgust on his face, and he goes, are you even effing aware of your status and position in this world? What are you talking about? You're focusing on getting an A on your paper so that you could get this grant, and then you go back to America, and you can talk about your little charitable year that you did in India, but what's going to happen here with us, when you leave? He said, I gave my wife permission to spend over a week with you, but once you're gone, what's in it for me and my wife and my family? And Gomi, his wife, looks at him, and she says, I never gave you permission to give me permission. And everybody pauses, and it was instantaneous. He looks at her, she looks at him, and she bursts into this dimple laugh. He's looking at her, and he cracks into this smile, and I realize that I'm right now witnessing a really beautiful love moment between two people. And I'm thinking to myself, this is what I want. I want this love footprint that these two people are experiencing right this minute. And it was at that moment that I decided that, you know what, my life is going to be about my love footprint. And so now I'm going to change a little bit and switch gears and talk about Aldous Huxley's book, The Brave New World. Aldous Huxley, when he wrote this book in the late 1940s, his fear was a future in which there was a world where pleasure was for all and passion was for none. And it's easy to find pleasure in life, especially in North America. It's very, very hard to find passion. I told that story about Gomi because that instantaneous, I did not give you permission to give me permission. There was love in that statement, there was ethics in that statement, and there was bravery in that statement. And that was, for me, an extremely passionate moment that I got to be a part of. And so when I have a conversation with myself all the time, and this is what I want to encourage everybody out there to do. Go home tonight. You've got the education. It's in your hand. Have a conversation with yourself. What inside of your gut is going to inspire you to have the strength to go for the passion? Passion's not easy, but it's great, versus taking the easy way out and going for the pleasure. I don't know what it is for you, but for me, it's my love footprint. And I know for a fact, for me, the strength of my love footprint or the weakness of my love footprint in life depends on how great I am at my ethical footprint, how great I am at my carbon footprint, how important is my financial footprint. We have a ton of different footprints, But you need to figure out what is your main gut footprint that's going to guide your success at all of the other footprints. And I know in business school, we talk a lot about mission statements, we talk a lot about vision statements for businesses. And one more thing I would like for you to do, or I encourage you to do, is get a vision statement for yourself as human beings. And a vision statement is supposed to be something very lofty. It can be dreamy, it could be as silly as you want it to be, but it belongs to you. Get your vision statement, and then use that vision statement as your guiding inner conversation for whatever decisions that you make in life. And I do dedicate my vision statement today to my 2 daughters. And my vision statement, girls, is I love love. And congratulations, everybody. And please do follow that love, and then let that love follow every other beautiful, important thing that you're going to do in your lives. And remember everything so that you can stand up here one day and tell a wonderful story to young graduates. Thank you.
Namaste, everybody. In 1981, I was at the crossroads of my life. I was 18 years old, and I was wondering, what was I going to do with myself? I was in second year BSc, and I wasn't smart enough to become either a chemist or an engineer. And then I got a chance to get admission in a school in Austria to become a chef. And without graduating, without finishing that last 1 year, I decided to go to Austria. But on the back of my mind, it always bothered me that technically I am not a graduate. And I sometimes felt that I wanted to go back and get my graduation degree. That was 31 years ago. It has taken me 31 years of hard work, of sacrifices to get a degree. I'm really not that smart, because if I was smart, I would have done it much faster. 31 years of finding what I wanted to do, how I wanted to live my life. It comes with a lot of sacrifices. It comes with a lot of hard work. So find that inner passion, find what you really want to do, and trust me, even if it takes 31 years to get a degree, you can do it. I want to dedicate this degree of mine to my mom and dad who are here, to all my uncles and aunts who fussed over making food for me, with me. I want to dedicate this degree to all my friends and family who are here, and all the staff of the restaurants. But most importantly, I want to dedicate this degree to Miru, because without her, I would not be So go out, travel the world, experience the world, eat different foods, eat different cuisines. Enjoy what you really want to do and be happy at it. Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dawala. and Dr. Vidge. There are some amazing lessons in those two addresses for us all. Ladies and gentlemen, as part of the convocation, the Alumni Association will present a Simon Fraser University alumni pin to the graduates as they leave the stage. Our alumni are incredibly important to us, and we're pleased that this symbolic presentation will launch you on your new role as alumni of Simon Fraser University. Ms. Jasmine Cumberland received a Bachelor of Business Administration honors in 2009. She's also currently a member of the SFU Alumni Association Board of Directors. I invite Ms. Cumberland to the lectern to bring greetings to the graduates. Jasmine?
Thank you very much, President Petter. On behalf of the SFU Alumni Association, I'd like to extend my congratulations and welcome due to an active alumni network of over 130,000 alumni around the world, and they're also from 130 countries. Keeping in touch with SFU, the Alumni Association, and your fellow graduates can enrich your lives both personally and professionally. I've had a wonderful chance to experience that myself. Whether you engage by attending alumni events, connecting online, or accessing our resources, we look forward to supporting you with your future endeavors. You can learn more by reading about the brochure in your degree holder. As you cross the stage today, I'll be presenting you with an alumni pin. We encourage you to wear that pin with pride in recognition of your incredible achievements today and your continued connection to SFU. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Jasmine. Before the graduands are presented individually to the Chancellor, Mr. Joaquim Sanvictorez, a member of the graduating class, will address convocation. Joaquim is graduating today with a Bachelor of Business Administration degree. During his time at SFU, he made the most of his university experience by going on an academic exchange in Denmark and volunteering with a number of organizations at SFU. Since the start of 2015, he has already received 2 awards. He placed first in the Human Resources category at the JDC West Business Competition, and the SFU Business Administration Society awarded him with its Student Impact Award. As the Vice President of Organizational Development of ISAC in Canada, he oversees the sustainability of the world's largest youth organization, which has chapters at 30 Canadian universities. I'm now pleased to call upon Joaquim Sanvictorez for the graduate address. Joaquim?
Guess this is it. Okay. President Petter, Chancellor Giardini, distinguished faculty, alumni, guests, friends, family, to the SFU Beedie community, fellow graduates, a wonderful afternoon. Almost 6 years ago, I started my SFU experience right here at Convocation Mall. Like many of us graduates, this place has played host to many important events, such as clubs days, concerts, barbecues, and occasionally, meeting points for selling used textbooks. But today, this place means so much more than what I mentioned previously. Today, we celebrate and embark on a new journey here at Convocation. Looking back, as I was walking up the steps from the bus loop to Convocation Mall on my first day of university, I barely had a clue as to who I aspired to be, what I wanted to do, how I was going to get there, and why I was doing it. And although the walk from one end of this mall towards this stage may appear to be in a flat surface, the journey was one of hills and valleys. But how did we get here? How did we manage to overcome all the obstacles that came our way? All this while still looking great in our suits and dresses, of course. There's no exact formula, but if there was, hard work, perseverance, and community sure makes the list of these ingredients. Today is a culmination of all the time and effort that we have dedicated to coursework, class presentations, case studies, group activities, papers, and exams. But in pursuit of reaching higher levels of education, we gained more than just knowledge. We attained it through hard work. It was through hard work that we were able to see the value of academic work and apply it to platforms such as Frosh, student clubs, academic exchange, case competitions, networking events, and co-op, just to name a few. These opportunities truly complemented our quest and challenged us to seek more, do more, and be more. Today is an affirmation of our own determination and self-awareness. Remember the time when we felt that we had too much on our plate, or that the course we were taking was too challenging? Or the time when the clock was ticking, the deadline was looming, yet our group was nowhere near the executive summary? Well, we continued to push through by opting to stay at home instead of a night out, settling our differences with our group mates, or in many cases, temporarily shutting off our social media channels. These moments enabled us to have the courage of conviction that allowed us to continue and forge the path we walk on today. This drive will take us far, but not far enough without my final point. Today is a community celebration. Fellow graduates, know that as we walk across the stage, that at every step, there's a community rallying behind us. Our friends, our classmates, our professors, our mentors, and our family. So after this ceremony, take this time to show gratitude to the people that have made the difference in your time here at SFU. But I urge us to take this to the next level. As we step foot into the world as graduates, let us carry this community with us. Let us take on the responsibility of engaging and positively impacting the people around us. At the end of the day, we have the qualities that the leaders and change makers that the world needs today for tomorrow have. Although today marks the end of an episode, another one begins. The quest continues. I started my SFU journey not knowing what I wanted to do in my life. Today, I am leaving this institution aspiring to be the best version of myself through empowering others for the betterment of everyone. Fellow graduates, we have just unlocked a new episode that allows us to have bigger, bolder, and brighter dreams. Dreams that we will realize through hard work, perseverance, and a community behind us. It has been an honor and a privilege to have been part of this full circle moment. Thank you, SFU, for making this a journey of a lifetime. Fellow graduates, congratulations. We did it. We finally did it.
Thank you, Joaquin, for those inspiring words. The members of the graduating class will now be presented to the Chancellor to be admitted en masse to their degrees. Will the graduands please rise? Pretty good-looking group, don't you think? Madam Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of this university and request that you confer upon each one the degree for which he or she is now recommended.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this your university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees. Will the graduates please be seated?
The members of the graduating class will now be presented individually to the Chancellor. But first, a few requests. Would you please refrain from applauding the individual members of the graduating class until each group of degrees has been conferred? This does not apply to the conferral of doctoral degrees, and obviously, try as we might, we cannot forbid spontaneous outbursts of enthusiasm. As a courtesy to others, I'd ask you please to remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. and I'd ask the graduates to please return to your seats following the receipt of your degrees. The degrees in the Beedie School of Business will now be conferred. Madam Chancellor, Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. George Agnes, will announce the names of the students earning graduate degrees.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy in the Beedie School of Business. The graduates will be hooded by Dr. Blaise Riche, Dean of Beedie School of Business. To start, I have the honor of recognizing the recipient of the Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence, Dr. Brian Gallagher. I invite Dr. Gallagher to join me. Brian received his Bachelor of Business Administration degree from Simon Fraser University in the year 2008. In the year 2010, he started his doctoral program for which he's receiving this award. His research has taken him around the world, including visiting fellowships at the University of Australia and the University of Newcastle, UK. While in the doctoral program, Dr. Gallagher earned a GPA of 4.07. He also contributed significantly to the academic excellence of the Beedie School of Business, including supervising final projects, to teaching undergraduate courses, to mentoring students as they develop business models. He is one of 5 winners selected from scholars across the country of the Storytellers Competition, a competition hosted by the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada. Dr. Gallagher was chosen for this award based on the strength of his 3-minute thesis, video presentation that explained key findings from his doctoral dissertation that is titled Urban Entrepreneurship and Indigenous Identity, an interview study on the connections between Indigenous identities and entrepreneurial practices in Australia. Well done, Brian. Congratulations, Dr. Brian Gallagher. Dr. Gallagher's doctoral thesis research was supervised by Dr. Tom Lawrence in the Beedie School of Business. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the remaining graduate of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Beedie School of Business. The graduate will be hooded by Dr. Blaise Riche, Dean of Beedie School of Business. Dr. Win Yung. Wing's doctoral thesis research was supervised by Dr. Amir Rubin in the Beedie School of Business. We're good now. Where was it? We're done. Yeah. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of master's degree in the Beedie School of Business. Suma Abraham. Morinki Akiyeme. Hani Altaba. Calvin Albright. Sean Ambrose. Satinder Baines. Priyanka Banerjee. Ujjal Barua. Bibin Bastian. I'm sorry? Thank you. John Becker. Devrim Burlurk. Sarah Burrell. Mitz Cabrera. Liseth Calahaz. James Cameron. Ian Campbell. Grace Chu. Anindya Chowdhury. Brent Connors. Anka Kavacha. Catherine Dearness. Jennifer Dandy. Brian Dudra. John Boombovich. Jerry Dutz. Yosef Falsafi. Agata Montseninos. Cheryl Lynn Fisher. Norman Fraser. Jacob Ginsberg. Dennis Giroud. Pamela Goldsmith-Jones. Bernessa Gradley. Rochelle Hewitt. Salim Hussein. Brian Janes. Karthik Jayarama. J.E. G. Gonzalo Jimenez Yamasaki. David Jimmy. Stephen Jimmy. Karun Giovanni. Tamiko Johnson. Nakaya Kakuda. Agnieszka Klimek Abercrombie. Doru Lazar. Lisa Leong. Catherine Lewis. Diana Liang. Yun Yun Lin. Ani Malik. Mark McLaughlin. Sean McPhee. Adrian Matescu. Sabina Mlodzianska. Adam Munnings. Dustin Nutting. Anil Patel. Eric Kwan. Harun Rashid. Jeanette Reddington. Manuel Rebelling. Katarina Ringwood. Mark Robinson. Just hang on. Hang on. Benjamin Scott. Kelly Scott Gray. Ann Seymour. Sudhir Sharma. Vikram Shivahara. Benjamin Sigston. Rita Singh. Ronald Smith. Diane Sparrow. Corinne Stone. Diane Sung. Winka Z. Justin Twyford. Leslie Varley. Adrian Vermeris. Joshua Vinner. Peter Wachira. Hello. Terry Waterhouse. Christian Wellstud. Do you pronounce it? Jamie Volarchek. Beatrice Wong. Ivan Wong. Michelle Wright. Peter Wright. Karen Woodrick. Min Yang. Christina Yip. Amin Afshimanish. Thank you. Fan Bai. Shuang Shui. Yixing Fan. Kating Guo. It's okay. Shuyang Huo. Mengzi Hu. Yu Huang. Yingyang Jia. Zihao Zhang. Aksansha Kumar. Anastasia Lavrick. Jinzi Li. Siki Li. Mengjiao Liu. Shu Liu. Zi King Ching Liu. Shinru Mao. Shinji Peng. Ji Qi. Di Sheng. Jiashu Sun. Kaisheng Sun. Min Sun. Jun Tang. Xuan Tiang. Chen Wang. Kiaochu Wang. Yan Wang. Yihui Wang. Pusha Yu. Zalin Zhang. Xieqi Zhao. Duffy Zhu. Madam Chancellor, I am pleased to present the students who have completed the requirements for graduate diplomas in the Beedie School of Business. Congrats. Olga Babi. Audrey Hamad. Mana Hamidi. Mason Alizadeh. Kenny O'Brien. Michael Shepard.
Madam Chancellor, the Dean of the Beedie School of Business, Dr. Blaise Reish, will announce the names of the students earning undergraduate degrees in her faculty.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the graduates of the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration in the Beedie School of Business. The first graduate is the recipient of the Dean's Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. I ask Ms. Cindy Guan to come forward. I'm going to say something about you. Ms. Cindy Guan, during Cindy's time at Beedie, she truly exemplified the Be More philosophy of the Beedie School of Business. She first got involved in Frosh Week, just as Joachim was talking about, and was active in business clubs as well. Cindy took both the finance and the operations management concentrations, truly exemplifying the interdisciplinary spirit at SFU Beedie. She was a teaching assistant for several semesters and helped other students in finance and business statistics courses. Academically, Cindy was on the Dean's Honor Roll in most semesters. And those of you who know our school know that's no mean feat at all. Our students are very top academic achievers. She participated in case competitions at the Intercollegiate Business Competition in 2013 and JDC West 2014, where she placed second as part of the finance team. Cindy also studied internationally, doing an exchange semester in the spring of 2014 in Vienna, Austria. Congratulations to Cindy Guan. Madam Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting the remaining graduates of the degree of the Bachelor of Business Administration in the Beedie School of Business. You're first. Adebi Aderinto. Adelina Anderson. Hiroko Araki. Pavan Atwal. Michael Ball. Sean Barak. Brittany Biawa. Sorry, Brittany. Avish Bindi. Blow Dell. Jenna Bossons. Joseph Boulay. Amol Brar. Haley Brown. Graham Buchan. Samay Kai. Dylan Cameron. Sorry, Dylan. Aaron Campbell. Bingwen Chow. Robert Sidar. Anya Sajink. Aileen Chai. Brian Chan. GK Chan. Quentin TC Chan. Lisa Chan. Mandy Chan. Bai Chan. Matthew Chea. Chanel Chima. Biang Chen. Chan Cheng. Haibing Chen. Jesse Chen. Peggy Chen. Rong Jin Chen. Shuting Chen. Yingjung Chen. Nice, looking good. Yuting Chen. Yuhui Chen. Lily Cheng. Tiffany Cheng. Mark Cheng. Chloe Jung. Ryan Jung. Martin Chiang. Wing C. Lillian Chiang. Ashley Cho. Kenny Cho. Gloria Chong. Maki Jorge. Leslie Chow. Lindsay Chow. Tseo Chow. Kahe Chu. Jason Jung. Richard Benjamin Jung. Natalia Chirich. Gurveer Claire. Cody Coombs. Chantel Cruikshank. Sundus Hassan Dalal. Thi Hong An Dang. Quan Tuan Dao. Anton Darakjan. Domenico Delisanti. Matthew Demaray. Gina Dollywall. Bic Dinsa. Marissa Di Lorenzo. Lizzie Ding. Nan Dong. Robin Dong. Hi, Robin. Thomas Drinkwater. Nushin Anami. Jane Eng. Lee Fan. Linjia Fan. Felicia Hiwe Jiwa Fen. Daniel Ferreira. Caitlin Fisher. Michelle Fitzgerald. Wei Nan Fong. Shifei Fu. Nicole Friesen. Jane Fu. Amy Feng. Mario Feng. Amelia Gafurova. Lu Gao. Ruxin Gao. Zhui Ming Gao. Yi Gao. Mega Gautam. Joshua Gibney. Dalraj Gill. Gurtej Gill. Harpreet Gill. Rajpul Gill. Sunny Gill. Mia Giuriato. Isabel Gomez Garcia. Zhen Gong. Lu Chen Guan. Da Yung Ha. Zylene Haban. Madeline Haight. Estelle Han. Zhao Oli Han. Haikikat Hans. Jonathan Harris. Davina Hartanto. Hong Hei. Zhao Ting Hei. Yan Rong. Christina Hay. Nicholas Heng. Christopher Nanko. Carolina Ho. Iris Ho. Jarvis Ho. Yuk Ying Hong, Kendra Hoga, Andrew House, Junjiang Hu, Paul Hu, Aaron Wang, Carly Wang, Leo Wang, Rose Wang, Alan Wang, Courtney Hui, Ming Chu Hui, Karen Hundul, Ka Ki Hung, Tran Yun, Ju Hoon Wang, Bo Intapanya, Sam Jackson, Lan Jiang, Yan Jiang, Kathleen Zhou, Alvin Zhang, Jennifer Johnson, Roman Kagramnov, Raymond Kyla, Ying Ying Kang, Anderson Kao, Chisha Keongwa, Nina Kasikovic, Yayao Kato, Daniel Kent, Konstantin Vostov, Alice Kim, Young Ho Kim, Corey Kutebio, Niharika Kohli, Jenny Kong, Sindhu Krishnan, Andy Kwan, Li Hui Andrew Kwang. Thank you. Thank you. Sambir Kular, Calvin Kwan, Wilson Kwok, Queenie Lai, Vivian Lai, Ryan Lalonde, Leon Lam, Scott Langton, Brian Lau, Anthony Lazazera, Karis Lee, Elaine Lee, John Lee, Ming Tao Lee, Wan Jung Lee, Yuki Lee, hello, Michelle Yi Ting Lung, Peter Liu, Alexander Lee, David Lee, Wei Yu Lee, Ji Lee, Jody Lee, Maggie Lee, Pin Chong Lee, Zintong Lee, Ji Lang, Curtis Ligertwood, Brian Lin, Helen Lin, Joshua Lin, Yi Fan Lin, Kelvin Ling, Jasmine Zhenyu Liu, Jia Yuan Liu, Quan Cheng Liu, Lu Liu, Mona Liu, Penny Liu, Sylvia Liu, Winnie Liu, Yafeng Liu, Yi Liu, Echo Liu, Nicholas Lowe, Kelly Lowe, Maria Lobacheva, Yisheng Long, Edith Lorenz, Sarah Losky, Jacqueline Lowndes, Bo Liu, Vladislav Mankash, Faiyu Liu, Emily Louis, Catherine Luke, Rebecca Lung, Zhu Ling Liu, Carmela Luongo, Jesse Lynch, Sai Ma, Tiffany Ma,
Thank you.
Wai Chong Ma, Nathan Match, Melinda McKinnon, Simram Mahal, Leonard Luigi Magliari, Sumit Mangat, Rawith Mantas, Anis Mansour, Ray Mao, Celestina Marin, David Marcus, Robert Marzitelli, Bodhi Mascot, Dalbir Matharu, Ryan McCabe, Ryan McLaughlin, Mei Shen Meng, Lauren Mew, Jenny Mee, Cynthia Miao, Jay Ming, Harleen Minhas, Kelly Mo Liu, Jin Yu Mo, Andrea Mock, Eric Sancho Moreno, Amy Mossop, Miao Ching Mu, Jiani Mui, Si Wing Mung, Hyun So Myung, Amanda Nadeau, Allison Neal, Leo Ng, Shirley Ng, Doan Nguyen, Phoebe Nguyen, Minnie Nguyen, Nigel Nguyen, Sherry Nguyen, Wen Ting Ni, Martina Nikik, Shane Ogilvie, Victor O. Yang, Dejing Pan, Siui Pan, Xuying Pang, Yu Lim Park, Matthew Pauls, Jing Hong Peng, Cami Peng, Matthew Pentecost, Clark Phillips, Du Fong, Gigi Poon, Natalie Poon, Sukhjot Pumar, Hafiz Pujani, Sukhdeep Purwal, Danny Qian, Meng Jen Qian, Peng Ji, Jingmei Jin, Wentin Qiu, Yu Ju, Tong Qiu, Eric Ransom, Lisa Rao, Ki Ren, Raquel Reyes, Charles Rigel, Sean Rickhoff, Sergio Rumantier, Dmitry Rizev, Shivani Sachdev, Dershbir Sahoda, good, Jatinder Bal Saini, Dylan Saul, Amarjit Samra, Arash Sanatizate, Tirath Sandhu, Nicholas Sandor, Harmeet Sangha, Joaquim Santa Victorious, Omar Shadid, Zain Shahid, Abel Sham, Jingyi Shao, Megan Shaw, Amar Sharif, Bowen Shi, Rong Shi, Annie Shi, Bell Shi, Mengli Shuai, Rajab Sial, Gobind Deep Singh, Navjot Singh, Paramrit Singh, Wendy Situ, Simpson Sue, Leanne Smith, Ryan Smith, Kenneth So, Malinda Suyen, Navneet Sohal, Bikun Song, Ying Song, Olivia Stryloff, Felicia Subagra, Inwan Su, Safia Suleiman, Yakub Sumiyoshi, Anna Sun, Kong Kong Sun, Men Yang Sun, Shi Jun Sun, Wei Ling Sun, Ying Yang Sun, Yi King Sun, Tiffany Yong Men Yang Sun, Kriti Suri, Muhammad Taha, Rupinder Takar, Alan Tam, Rafaela Tam, Xinghing Tam, Vivian Tam, Yelena Tam, Francesca Tam, Shuying Tam, Ben Tam, Jocelyn Tang, Kristen Tang, Kamika Taniguchi, Wilson Teng, Darren Thibault, Nicole Ticknor, John Timball, Brendan Tesur, Christopher Tomisa, Spencer Toth, Bao Tran, An Yiting Tai, Andy Zhou, Calvin Say, Matthew Say, Henry Zhu, Nicole Siu Yi Tsui, Amy Tu, Stephen Turple, Levgenia Tue, Huang Van, Carissa Vanden Hooven, Alexander Venetis, Manjot Verdi, Bai Yu, Elaine Huang. You got a piece of paper. Gary Wadwa, Doris Xian Wan, Congran Wang, Fang Wang, Lucas Wang, it's me, Wendy Shuying Wang, Xiaoming Wang, Yiji Wang, okay, Tu Vu, it's for me, Yu Wang, Cassie Wang, Lauren Watkins, Jitong Wen, Kelvin Weslowski, Matthew Weeb, Shay Wilkinson, Aaron Wong, Eva Wong, Gavin Wong, Ken Wong, Liam Wong, Nico Wong, Louisa Wong, Michael Wong, Ryan Wong, Henry Wong, Tristan Wong, Annie Wu, Hao Wu, Henry Wu, Jiaying Wu, Joyce Yingsu Wu, Jian Wu, Shiki Wu, Weijia Wu, Shen Zi, Paul Zhu, Xin Wu, Shuman Jia, Fei Jian, Nora Zhao, Jiaying Zhu, Miko Runsho, Jiazing Zhu, Brian Yan Mook, Yiji Yan, Fan Yang, Fei Yang, Jennifer Yang, Jingkun Yang, Menting Yang, Yihan Yang, Jiwei Yang, Ling Li Yao, Wei Chen Yao, Aaron Yin, Anna Yap, Cheryl Yip, Mark Cockling Yip. Angie Yu. Jailai Yu. Kayla Yu. Jason Yu Tian Yi. Weiyan Yu. Yakun Yu. Jamie Yuan. Melissa Yuan. Dennis Zarianov. Bisen Yan. Jiaoyu Zhang. Lucy Zhang. Meng Zhang. Wanji Zhang. Jiulun Zhang. Xiaoyang Zhang. Yiyun Zhang. Yifan Zhang. Yu Zhang. Yulan Zhang. Zhe Zhang. Jintao Zhao. Luming Zhao. Manlin Zhao. Mianhui Zhao. Yinyan Zhao. Yue Zhao. Min Zhao. Wenjun Sandy Zhou. Jinli Zhou. Jishen Zhou. Xiaoyu Zhuo. Tia Zulu.
Will the graduating class please rise? I congratulate each of you on the completion of your degree. This is an impressive achievement, and I ask your friends and family to join me in applauding the amazing graduating class of June 2015. Now, let's not forget those who helped you to get here. I'd like to invite the members of the graduating class to reciprocate by applauding your family, your friends, the faculty and staff, indeed all those who helped you to achieve your goal. Please be seated.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, this completes the formal awarding of degrees. Some of the graduates recommended by the Senate for degrees today are unable to be present, and their names have therefore not been read out. I now admit them to their appropriate degrees as shown in the program. I have several thank yous to express. To all of you for joining us on such a celebratory day. To the many volunteer staff and faculty members coordinated by our Ceremonies and Events Office and Student Services who've worked together to run a smooth Convocation Day, including arranging for the sunshine. And to the members of our 6-time world champion Simon Fraser University Pipe Band for their contribution to Convocation and they will perform for us again in the Freedom Square after the ceremony. Now, before I close out the formal part of this convocation, I'd like to, I know you all have them, ask you to pull out your cell phones. Go ahead, pull them out. Give you a minute to find them. And then I want you to open up your calendar in your cell phones. The young people will be a lot faster at this than the ones in the middle, so. Pull out your calendar. and go to September 9 of this year, September 9th, 2015, and mark that date. September 9 is the official 50th anniversary of Simon Fraser University. And we are kicking off the celebrations on that, our birth date. Highlights will include a formal celebration at Freedom Square at noon on September 9th, and a food festival, live music and fireworks at the AQ Courtyard in the evening. It will be a celebration you definitely won't want to miss. But we have a little bit more to celebrate today. You are all now invited to attend a reception in the James Douglas Room behind the platform. I ask that you please rise and remain standing at your places until the platform party has recessed. Thank you.